Testing, testing. Hmm. If you are logging If you are logging into my team today, this is what matters. Happy Friday, everybody. We have some huge new challenges, one for a legend badge, one for a Hoff badge, plus a whole new set to review. Some of these cards are good, some are maybe not. We'll dive into it and get some answers. Of course, we'll be in the auction house where we did make a lot of MT yesterday. For the challenges, we will touch on greatness as usual, but the first thing we're getting is a free 5,000 MT. It is very easy. Make sure we get that done. We do need a little MT to buy a mixtape player. That is the new set released today, the mixtape set. We will go through this set in depth just to review some of the cards in there. But for the challenge, very easy. You just need breakout wins, 7 of them, win by 15, 3 steals. If you are logging into my team today, this is what matters. We have a whole new set to go over, plus a good number of new challenges, some of which are very rewarding. Let's dive right in and see what's important today. First off, for challenges, we have our dailies as usual, pretty straightforward, free 5,000 MT. On the season 4 tab, we have a new set. It is the mixtape set. With that, we have new challenges. You will need to acquire one mixtape player. We can go over a strategy for that in just a moment, along with some pretty basic challenges. Breakout wins, win by 15. You'll need to get some 3-pointers with a Trailblazers player. You have 6 days to do this, plenty of time, definitely worth the Hall of Fame option pack. Other than that, if you haven't done the Pioneers or the Clutch Time Challenge, definitely prioritize these. You can do the greatness grind within these games. So free rewards that we want to prioritize. But the new thing today is the mixtape set and the challenges with it, at least in the season 4 tab. Or weekly. They put something new in here and they put another big one. At first glance, it doesn't look too good, but we have to dig deeper. NBA trade deadline. It gives you a reset game changer. That reset game changer isn't necessarily great. We can go and look at it right now really quick, but that's just what's on the surface. I believe it's this one right here. If it's something different, let me know. But as far as I know, I think it's this. It will help you if you don't have a ton of players and you're trying to go through Gauntlet. That's the only time that's applicable because it resets every player that you used and lets you use them again. I believe that is what that card is for. For some people, that might be really helpful. For us, that's not super helpful, but that's just the cherry on top. One, they're giving us, I think, 14 or 15 games, all of which you get 2,500 MT. Went ahead and moved my face for you so you can see it. Yes, 2,500 MT. That's pretty good for a 40-point triple threat game. We play Breakout, and you're not getting 2,500 per game. I mean, I have a pretty standard Breakout board here, and at the final rewards, this is through the warp. There's only a couple games over 2,500. I mean, this is a special reward game. It's either that or like a 90 plus pack, and this is after a lot of grinding. So to be able to jump in and play one 40-point game and get 2,500 MT, it's actually worth it. This is good value. But that's not all. So they give us 14 games that you can farm a lot of stats in. 40-point triple threat games are great to farm assists, threes, and points. All of the greatness stats track in these games. I've already tested one. So if you can come in here with a greatness lineup, I mean, you can see the lineup I used earlier today. Oh, that's a full point game. Okay, so some are full lineup, it looks like. Is that a full? That is a full lineup. The first one I played was triple threat, so that's good to know. Some are full lineup, some are triple threat, and you just need to score 40 points. Either way, scoring 40 points is pretty good. Let's dive over to weekly challenges because they put something very good in here. You can see this NBA trade deadline. If you complete all the challenges, you get the reset game changer pack. That's just the cherry on top. We're not too excited about the reset game changer. I'll show what that is in just a second. But it's 15 games, and each one is just a 40 points. It's either going to be a full lineup or triple threat. A few of them are triple threat. I think it's about half and half. Either way, 40 points is not that much, and it's a great number to grind some greatness challenges. Playing a triple threat game to 40, you get more assists, you get more threes. So you can farm a lot of stats, and every game you'll get 2,500 MT. That is pretty significant for one 40-point game. I mean, we play Breakout and grind the board, and on through, this is me through the portal, and yeah, you can get lucky and get a 10,000 game every now and then. It's not that common. I mean, my highest is what, 3,000? So to get 2,500 every game and to not even have to go through a portal, it's actually very much so worth it. And it's, a pretty easy challenge. Just play these games. They're on pro. You're going to get 2,500 MT and you can farm a ton of stats. So all combined, you're going to get like over 30,000 MT. But one of these games, they up the ante a little bit. And for the Warriors, I don't know why they like the Warriors. The Warriors game, this one was just triple threat to 40. I got a ton of stats done. For one triple threat game to 40, they'll give you a legend badge. Me personally, I will grind this. I will because I think it's worth the MT and I need to grind greatness anyway. So I'll put a pause on Breakout and grind these games and just farm a bunch of stats. But even if you're not going to grind this, maybe you're not focused on greatness or you want to stick to your breakout boards, you could be chasing some exchange pieces, whatever it might be, I highly recommend you play at least this one game. This game took me 5 minutes. Anytime you can do something for 5 minutes and get a legend badge, that is huge. I mean, that is equivalent of the value for that Kia clutch time challenge, which was literally, 5 minutes for 2 legend badges. Pretty rare, but we've shown how hard it can be to get legend badges. Like in salary cap, if you wanted to get a legend badge, you would have to get 2,500 points. This would take you like 20 games. So to get a legend badge for one game, absolutely huge. And it is a big W by 2K. So, for today, they essentially gave us a free 5,000 MT, a free Hall of Fame option pack. This is free. Yes, you need to get a mixtape player, but they give us more than enough MT every day to be able to get a mixtape player on Friday that you can sell back. I always recommend get a diamond. We'll dive into that a little bit, but get a card that will hold its value. But essentially, we get a free 5,000 MT, free Hall of Fame pack, and a free legend badge. Really, really easily attainable here. And if you wanted to do the greatness, this we touched on yesterday and the day before, this greatness in multiplayer, this was like 4 or 5 games, a little tougher than just playing the Warriors in an offline game. I'll full transparency, but still a very easy legend badge. It took me 4 games. So in the last few days, I've just been stacking legend badges and Hall of Fame badges. A really nice cherry on top to my season. It's been a great season. We've got a ton of cards, and now I'm stacking a ton of badges. Now, for the overall reward, this Reset Game Changer pack, I believe it is this. I have a couple of these. For an account with plenty of cards, it's not going to be a huge needle mover. I believe it's just the Breakout Gauntlet Reset, which resets all the players you've used. So I know we have people trying to finish the Gauntlet, maybe with like 100 players, and realistically, to finish the Gauntlet, you probably need close to like 300. So if you're at, going through the Gauntlet and you got stuck and you just don't have enough players, that reset is actually huge and kind of a W by 2K, because keep in mind, new people join this game all the time. So there's definitely some people who are working through the Gauntlet trying to get their season exchange piece before the season ends, and they may need this reset. This doesn't apply to everybody, but I'm sure there's some people watching who are like, yo, that will actually help me. And either way, I'm happy with the MT. This is a very easy 35,000 MT to grind. It goes hand in hand with the greatness grind, and they gave me another legend badge. So overall, a great day of challenges for 2K. And we can just briefly check into greatness. Again, I still need a lot of threes. I think it's getting smaller. Maybe yesterday I was at like 700. Today we're almost at 9. But the other ones, we are making great progress. I've done all the dunking challenges, just need like 200, 300 more dunks. We've done all the assists. Now we just need to get a few more scoring challenges. I think it will be Allen Iverson coming home next. Shortly after will be Bird, and that will be nice. And then it's going to be a little slower just to finish up these dunks and threes, but we will get there. Looking like Steph will be the last one to come home, but that's just fine. We are making great progress on greatness, and it's going to go hand in hand with what we're focused on today. In the play tab, we already kind of touched on it. For me today, I might finish this one breakout board just because I'm through the warp and I'm really at the rewards. I might just grab this like 90 plus. I usually take the packs over the MT. It's probably smarter just to take the MT. So maybe I'll play this 3,000 game and grab one pack. But I'll really be focused on that new challenge. For me, it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I think that is 2,500 MT per game, and I can grind greatness. So that's what I'll focus on for today. But depending on what your priority is, as usual, keep grinding. We got a few weeks left in the season. Showdown weekends are great to play Showdown because a lot of the sweat's got to be in King of the Court. So if you do want to play Showdown, not a bad day to do it. Park, always fun. I know a lot of people grind Park consistently, myself included. Probably will hop in the Park at some point today. Always fun. Now, King of the Court, they didn't update any rewards. It's the same as last weekend, which, a little disappointing for me. I just don't think it's quite worth it. I'm not going to grind to tier 2 for a 95 plus. It just doesn't move the needle. The cards coming out of this usually are mid tier, like Zion Williamson's I've seen pulled. Not too excited about that. So probably will skip King of the Court this weekend, and that's just fine. But if you are tapping in, let me know how you do. Maybe in the Discord, comment down below. I am a fan of the mode. I'll probably be watching some live streams of Ty if he does go live, or Carlo. It's always fun to watch. And I do like the fact that we have a weekend league. We have a, kind of a competitive tournament. I think it's still evolving, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. All-Star Team Up can be fun. Domination, of course, we always recommend, and shout out to your exhibitions. Make sure we get those done. Another thing 2K did, and I just have to bring it up. Don't worry, I didn't forget, guys. This is maybe the biggest news of the day. I could have led with this, but they're giving us an opportunity to do something they have not done all year long, and that is 3 times rep. Not just 2 times rep, 3 times rep. 2 times rep is guaranteed. No matter what, if you play the game, you're going to get 2 times rep this whole weekend. Huge W. You will get 3 times rep if you use a player who was recently traded. Guys, if you've been watching the NBA trade deadline, there's been a lot of trades. There has been a lot of trades. Let's take a look at all the different cards you can use to get 3 times rep. I went straight to the source. This is NBA.com under transactions and trade. I mean, it's not going to be too hard for you guys to find a list of trades. And maybe just off the top of your head, Porzingis, Trae Young, some big names have already been moved. Kuminga got traded. A ton of people. Lonzo Ball got traded. But if you're curious if you have someone, I almost guarantee you do. Chris Paul, I have a ton of these cards. Vucevic. So any one of these cards, just put in your lineup and you will get 3 times rep. So just find out who has been traded over the last few days. Throw one into your lineup. There is a ton of cards. And what I did, I already tested it. It works. What I did, I played one of these NBA trade deadline games. I actually played a triple threat game. I used this exact lineup. I was farming points with McAdoo and Cade Cunningham. I need Pistons points, and then McAdoo has a specific point challenge. And I just threw Trae Young in there. And it said plus 200 on the rep. Now, when you get plus 100, that means it's the double. Usually when it's not doubled at all, it just says, rep boost. When you're getting double rep, it says plus 100. After this, with a Trae Young or a tradable player, you will get plus 200 rep on every single game. Huge opportunity. It's through February 9th. So that is all weekend long, guys. All weekend long, you can get minimum 2 times rep, maybe even 3 times rep. Again, when we're talking about stacking challenges, for me today when I'm playing, I will be playing games, working through greatness, getting a ton of MT, and getting 3 times rep just through playing these games. So it's a great weekend to get some 2K in for sure. They are definitely incentivizing us to play the game right now. They are wanting as much activity in the game as possible, which is a good thing in my opinion. So definitely focus on the rep. I had to shout that out. These rep rewards are no joke. I'm very close to diamond rep, which is going to be nice. And just as we get higher and higher, I mean, some of these 250,000 MT, I'm not that far from that with 3 times rep. I mean, it's 2 levels above, but it's kind of within reach all of a sudden with weekends like this. Definitely a W from 2K. Let's dive over to the market. We do have a big new set, and it's the mixtape set. Looks like they got some interesting box options. 200,000 MT gets you a Dark Matter or Galaxy Opal option. Kind of interesting. I've always said I'd probably prefer that over 50 packs, even though this one does have a nice topper, I guess. Regardless, we won't be opening the packs, but I am interested in the new set. A bit top heavy in my opinion. Ron Artest and Brandon Roy are both really, really good. Penny Hardaway is good, but we'll check out his this card. I mean, he's pretty much the pink diamond, but this Brandon Roy is not pretty much the Galaxy Opal. They kind of did it a little differently. Some of these cards are much better than their past versions. Some are kind of similar. And we'll see how we end up trading this. We always are very patient on the newest set. So we know there's a bunch of new cards, but in general, the set is it's another mid-tier set. You know, at least how it's being received. I do think there is some good cards in here. This Ron Artest, I mean, this is an elite card. He has a jump shot on quick. Look at the stats. Offensively, he's elite. If this was an offensive card, we'd be like, wow, this is a really good card. But he's not an offensive card. He's a defensive card. Almost every single one of his defensive stats is 99, including that agility. Look at the athleticism. A very elite card, will be very, very expensive. And interesting to see, you know, kind of two shooting guards, both Dark Matters being released right now. I mentioned in All Star, I don't see a ton of meta shooting guards that will be released. When you look at the starters for both All Star teams, no names are typical meta shooting guards. A lot of point guards, some big men, but the shooting guard could be a bit of a void. So they released two new ones. Both are very, very good. The Galaxy Opals, they're interesting. I want to look at this Penny Hardaway because this is really interesting. So we'll pull up 2KDB and check them out. All right. All right, and this is a comparison from the Galaxy Opal to the Pink Diamond. And I'll just be honest with you, they are pretty much the same exact card. They are pretty much the same exact card. Something to keep in mind is this Penny Hardaway, the Pink Diamond, he's not auctionable. You have to lock in a lot for him. So just them releasing this card, pretty much the same version, but auctionable. At least now people can go out and buy a penny and flip a penny. Buy and flip a penny. Sounds kind of funny. But for people like me who maybe want to use Penny at one point and are not going to be locking in 40 or what is it, 60 cards to get this Penny Hardaway, like I'm not locking in 60 cards. Eventually, this Galaxy Opal price will go down and he'll be usable. But if you have this pink diamond, like you are so fine. You are so fine. They didn't do anything on the animation significant. The jump shot's the same speed. The badges are like literally the same. There is one additional Hoth to the Galaxy Opal. And if you've been running this penny, you very likely have added badges. So there's a great chance your pink diamond penny is better than the Galaxy Opal penny. But for people who don't have the pink diamond penny, you have one now. And it does go to show just how good this card was because we are in season 4 and they're releasing a brand new Galaxy Opal card that's going to be about $1 million card, maybe a little less, but he's expensive, at least today. And this card is just as good. I mean, the only stats that are really different is 1 3-pointer. I mean, that's not significant. You could argue like a little bit of the post, but that's just not that significant. I mean, +2 pass accuracy, also not significant. So pretty much the same exact card. And that's, you know, that's okay. Like I said, at least now we have a penny that is auctionable. So that's something to think about. But I did compare the Brandon Roy with the Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy. And this is not the same card. The Dark Matter Brandon Roy is significantly better. Yes, it's just a few stats on the shooting, you know, close mid, but those, you know, between all of them, that's actually 8-point stats. That's actually a lot. It's +1, +4, +3. And then when you add in everything else, you know, a little bit on the driving dunk, but it's the speed and passing accuracy, +12 on pass accuracy. That is significant. +4 on ball handle, +4 with speed for ball. It really starts adding up. Go down to the athleticism. plus 9 on strength, also significant. Plus 23 on interior defense. I mean, that is huge because your shooting guards can get pinned down low, especially in park and the rebounding. So, yeah, the Dark Matter card stats wise is significantly better. But then look at the badges. The Dark Matter has 37 base badges, including 23 Hoffs, and the Galaxy Opal only has 25. So that's a huge badge difference, including 12 Hoffs. So, just goes to show you, yes, the penny is almost a mirror image of its pink diamond, but this dark matter Brandon Roy is not a mirror image of the Galaxy Opal. So, a bit of an interesting set. This Sean Kemp is pretty good. He's pretty good. He's better than the pink diamond wild gem. So that's a pretty good card as well. So kind of some interesting Galaxy Opals. This Jalen Green, he's a bit offensive. I don't see him being better than a few of the other point guards out there, but he'll probably be expensive to start and probably pretty smooth offensively, leaves a little to be desired defensively, of course. The Pink Diamonds, I was underwhelmed. We had a lot of hope for our guy, Rudy Fernandez. They usually release a pretty good Pink Diamond budget, Rudy Fernandez. Doesn't look like this is going to be the one. I mean, 95 driving dunk is pretty nice. But usually this card is a lock, like really good at defense, and they just didn't do his defense justice at all. The speed is nice for sure, agility a little bit low, and then that strength. I don't like that strength, 52 strength. That is no good. So not really the best card. I'd rather run Eddie Jones over this card or something like that. I was excited for this TJ Warren. If you guys saw him back in the day, he was a real bucket. He can be a fun card in 2K, usually a really smooth release. A little underwhelming as well, but not too bad. I mean, 85 driving dunk, 93.68. This guy could be potential. We may end up trying to flip him at some point later on. I mean, a 100K bid for this card's absolutely insane. This should be a 30, 40K card at most. Hassan Whiteside, this is a good card. This guy will be interesting. Look, people are actually bidding above 100 on this card. We will see. I don't see him being much more than a buyout, but he is so much better than Artis Gilmore, and you can compare him. Artis Gilmore, for whatever reason, just stayed very expensive and is still expensive. Finally seeing him in the 60s. He belongs in like the 40s. This is just not a good card. We can compare Hassan and Artis because I just want to show whatever Artis is going for, Hassan should go for quite a bit more. It's not a bad card. All right, and let's compare these two. I mean, right off the rip, Hassan has 30 badges where Artis has 17. That's huge. And then look at the speed. I mean, Hassan has some pretty good athleticism. 87 speed, 88 agility, 88 vertical on a big boy. Yes, Artis Gilmore has 2 inches, but Hassan Whiteside has a bigger wingspan, speed with ball plus 27. These are significant, and I didn't even mention the plus 46 on 3 point. Hassan Whiteside's going to hit the open three. His jump shot is not great. They gave him Hassan Whiteside on slow. That might be like a Mack truck when he's shooting, just very slow. But a lot of the threes we take with our center are just wide open, driving cuts or, maybe a pick and pop. Yeah, he's not going to be like an Alexander Sarr type card, but this Hassan Whiteside is a good pink diamond, much better than what we saw Artis Gilmore. So I'm curious. I definitely think he's still a buyout card at some point. Definitely, this is one of those, better pink diamonds that I could actually see myself trading. But we just need to let the dust settle. I did snag an Omer Asik. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not pronouncing that right. I did grab one at a good price. Got him at 19. And that is something I'll bring up. You need to get a mixtape player for these challenges. 19 seems like a decent price for him today. Realistically, I'll probably still lose on this guy. Just not as much as I would lose if I went and bought like a Terrence Shannon. No reason for this Amethyst to, one, not even be on buyout, but two, the few that are on buyout are 15, 30K. It's the same pattern, guys. This guy will be a 5K card in just a few days, as will most of them. Every now and then we see a rare Amethyst that just like holds its value for some reason. People are shouting out this JT Thor look, one up on 100K. I think he's dreaming there. So this one might be a little bit rare, but don't go spend 40K, 30K on an Amethyst today, guys. Just use your filters, be a little patient, snag a diamond, hopefully under 20K. Worst case scenario, you sell back for 10 to 15K. But ideally, you get it closer to 10 to 15K and at least break even, and then you can get your mixtape challenge done. But for the new set, just be patient. If there's a card here that's really calling to you, I would still recommend waiting a day or two because prices will keep going down. And yes, it's a bit top heavy. I do like a Ron Artest card. In the future, when prices stabilize, this could be a card we circle. Who knows? So an overall fun set. There is some fun cards in here. We will let the dust settle on which ones we end up going after to trade. But a new set, not overpowering though. Great news for us as people who are constantly monitoring the market. Crossroads is officially out of packs. As we've talked about, we can still see some really good deals Friday because, hey, they were just in packs yesterday. Their floor is really going to get solidified now. And then now we should start seeing a trickle up for those select meta cards people actually want to use. One I have circled is Jerry Sloan. Been trying to get him under 30. Think that's safe. I wanted to get closer to 25. It's just been a little tough. And he is selling around 40 already. So that's going to be profit as long as you got it at the right point. And the Walker Kessler, this was an interesting one. He never really did. He got about to 30. We were able to see him around 30. Looks like he's already back into the 40s, and he's really rare. I do see him kind of being a Buzelas, Ace Bailey type, just holding around that 30 to 40 mark. So again, we're looking for ones like this. I probably bid around 25 on him. Can probably flip for around 35. And, I think his price is going to be pretty steady, at least for the coming days, maybe not weeks, at least for the coming days, 4, 5, 6 days, where we can start settling in and day trading some of these cards. And we also stockpiled a few of these guys. Let's actually go over to my auctions here because, yeah, we did stockpile a few at pretty good prices just throughout the last few days. Ricky Davis at 24. We like the Pink Diamond WNBA. We got 3 of them, all under 35. So I feel really good about that. Hopefully going to flip her, even one at 25. Hopefully going to flip her closer to 50, maybe 60. There's a Jerry Sloan that we got under 25. So stockpiled just a few of these guys. I wasn't quite as big on this set as I was on past sets, but we'll see what we can do with them. We will definitely get them in the market. And as far as things that I've been selling, a good number of cards sold. It was a little slower. Thursday, Friday, our day trading process can slow down a little bit just because of the hype of the new set. That's more of our buy windows, and I'm in a bit of a buy window now. And then the sell window opens up a bit more Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But still a lot of great sales. We're still in the Derek Queen game. Jerry Lucas, just finding those meta cards on buyout. Anthony Black has been really profitable for me because people list ones with a bunch of badges and they list them for like 4 hours. They don't list them long enough. So any given time, you can just come in here and be like, wait, why is there a buy now Anthony Black in the 70s with 10 extra Hall of Fames? I'll just list him at 90, maybe 100 and see if he sells. And that's exactly what happened with one of those that just sold in my auctions. I think it's this one here. It hasn't registered that it's sold yet. But yeah, he had 10 extra Hall of Fames. I got him at like 70K. List him for 90. That's a quick 10K flip. So pretty happy with that. Another mid-tier meta card that we can just keep an eye on and flip. And along with that, the other usual cast of characters, Nas Reed, Garza, some of the meta amethyst that we like as well. We will go ahead and clear these out and check back in with you. As far as some of the other things I'm And as far as some of the other things I'm bidding on, you can see I have active bids out already on Aldama. There's another Anthony Black. Look, this one has a ton of extra badges. If I can win him for 60 or under, we just saw he'll probably sell at 80 pretty easily. And then I got my Omar Asik at 20K, pretty good price, and just the other mid-tier meta cards we like to trade. And really a good day to do that. The market might be down a little bit. So if you get a really good deal today, be aggressive on your listing price. I mean, realistically, the market takes a little dip today, so it's a bit of a buy day. When you buy and try to flip right away, it's still in the dip, but we pull right out of that dip Saturday, Sunday. So whatever card you buy, if you end up getting some good deals, which you probably will if you just, keep filtering through the meta cards, Be stingy. Only get the ones that are good bids. I could check Zaire Williams. I already have like a ton of them. But even to, mix it up, let's just look at like Larry Hughes. Just try to make sure we're bidding a good price. And then, he's at 32 right now. That will probably sell really quick. Wouldn't be surprised if 42 is really more his average Saturday, Sunday, even. Still try to get him under 30 via bid. And that goes for really any card that you're bidding on. Try to get him 20, 30% below what that cheapest buyout price is today, because today the cheapest buyout price might be a little bit low, which means the bids will be even lower. And then when you sell Sunday, Monday, you're getting even more profit because you not only factored in the profit from Friday's low, but the low on Sunday is actually higher than that Friday low. So a really good opportunity. This is one of my favorite buy days, just to come in here and look for these mid-tier cards that are going to hold value. We know there's a ton of them, and just have your list and you will make a ton of MT that way. Even this Nas Reed, like I could consider buying him at 19. I sell at 30 so often. There's a couple up right now just because, well, one, they're both newly listed, and two, yeah, it's Friday. A couple people are moving cards just in hopes to, rip some new packs potentially. I'll take a risk on this 19. I'll let the 23 sit, and I'll just list him at like 27. And even if I sell him at 27, that's going to be 5K MT profit for 30 seconds of work. So just a good example of how I can just casually flip through cards. Oh, I already got a bid on him. This one's in 21 hours, probably not worth it. Nickel Alexander Walker, we always make a ton of MT on this card. His floor is usually 28, but I see now, okay, the daily floor is actually 20. That 17 is probably a snipe. But what I'll do instead, because people see these 17s out here, I'll just bid like 12. And that he might not be bid up as high because his daily floor is a little bit lower. I do see his daily floor getting closer to that 25, 26 again come Saturday, Sunday. So if I can win these bids on 12 when I'm usually winning them on 15, it's just extra profit that you can capitalize on a day like today. So there's a few strategy for you on the new set. Just wait. We're still not quite there yet. On the set most recent, that what was it? Crossroads. It's time to start listing. Like I said, their floor might be kind of just hitting today, but really it should be bottoming up now. And over the next 72 hours, I see these cards going up. So I am going to be adding all of my Crossroads cards into my auctions and start listing them all at profit. I know what I paid. If I can sell any Jerry Sloan, really 40 and above, I see 34 not selling, but just not a ton up. Again, today might be a little lower, so I will list him for 24 hours at 40. If he doesn't sell, I'll just list him for 24 hours again at 40 again, because I do think this card will get up to 40, and you'd be surprised what can sell over a 24-hour period. And I'm excited about this crystal card. Let's see how much MT I can make. We've seen the pink diamond WNBA cards be very profitable. I sold all my Kaylas at 50 or above. Some I sold at 50 and most were closer to 60. I think I could have got 60 from every single one. So I'll just go ahead and list at 60. Sometimes I do parcel them out so I don't flood the market like with 3 brand new 24-hour 60s. But I don't really expect her to sell today per se, and I wouldn't be super disappointed if she didn't. Just going to keep these on the market just in case someone may, you know what, we're gonna raise the market. I listed 2 at 60. I'm putting 1 at 67. Sometimes my ceiling one sells too. You just never know. So we will start getting these cards listed. Ricky Davis, we got a pretty good price on him. People usually like this card. This one wasn't quite as good. Again, I will put him up closer to 40 just in hopes that he sells. And if he doesn't sell today, we will list him again tomorrow. So, in summary, a great day in 2K. We got a big new set. There will be plenty of opportunity to make MT on them soon. Nothing too game breaking immediately. We will let some prices, let them settle a bit before we really think about making major purchases, but something to monitor. Some huge new challenges. I mean, multiple Hoff badges, legend badges. There's a lot to get done today, let alone getting over 40K MT just from grinding some offline. And the kicker, the cherry on top, is this 3 times rep. Absolutely huge. So today's a great day to grind the game a bit. Keep an eye on the auction house. Definitely some deals to be made there. But let me know down below. What are y'all prioritizing this weekend? What are you excited about? Thoughts on the new set? I know some people think it's a little mid, but we've talked about it. These mid sets just mean market stabilization, which we do like. So I hope everybody has a good Friday. Let's kick the weekend off strong. Thank you for tapping in. Please do like and subscribe. I will see everybody tomorrow for the daily video, possibly going live tonight. We shall see. Much love and peace. Yo, guys, Big D Guru, man. Oh man, I gotta read. I gotta go. Did I embarrass myself? I didn't say anything I shouldn't, did I? I did not know, guys. Little Friday day stream, huh? Man, I'm actually a little embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie, boys. I did not realize. I thought I hit the start recording button, not the start streaming button. But I guess that's a little view of how I make my videos. I think he knows he's streaming. I don't know. Zachy and I didn't know. Maybe he's trying something new. I tried calling him and everything. Justin, you got my number, man? My bad. Guru, you know you're live. Oh, that's too funny, man. Let me check in with Justin on the Discord. Let me check in with Justin on the Discord. Boys, did I say anything that might get me canceled? That's what I'm worried about because, sometimes I talk to myself when I'm doing my videos. Oh my gosh. Let me talk to my boy Justin. Taco, was it bad, bro? Did I say anything inappropriate, man? That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, of course you can join the Discord, dude. Let me send you an invite. Well, man, I do not. Well, man, I do not. Okay, of course. There's my okay, that link might not be accurate. Maraf, what's up, bro? You're my mod, dude. You're good, nothing happened. All right, well, I guess I gotta re-record all that. Might as well stay live for a second, just hang out with you guys. Maybe we'll do the daily video a little bit later. Let me get Taco the new Discord invite because that one, Nightbot, dude, it like updates daily or something. Join that one, Taco. You'll be good, bro. You'll be good. That is too funny, dude. Well, boys, I think you saw what I'm focused on, man. We're doing quite a bit of bidding. I can't believe I gotta re-record that whole thing. I could just have my live stream in my daily video. That is too funny, guys. That is too funny. That's too funny, man. I did, Maraf. So in OBS, dude, the button that start streaming and start recording is literally right next to each other. And I don't even know. Yeah, I think this, yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy. You can actually kind of see it when I do it. But look, start recording, start streaming. They're like right next to each other. And apparently I hit the start streaming button today instead of the start recording button. Happy Friday. What's up, Sparta? I'm just sitting here updating you. You probably are, bro. I know. It's nice when I do the videos because I at least have a little delay, dude. I guess I could, but I usually edit a few things. You guys just watched it though, dude. I should probably go off stream. That's too funny. What's up, Zakian? How you doing, bro? What's the word, man? What's the word? Well, I already got outbid on that Anthony Black. I'm guessing that was Justin the Menace. And even if it wasn't, I'm just gonna pretend it was, dude. But we're selling some cards, so we're happy, man. That is too funny, dude. I can't believe I did that. Zachy, you know what card I'm looking at right now, guys? I don't know. Is it crazy? Here's the thing. New shooting guards came out today, right? Big shooting guards. And the thing is, in All Star, I'm not anticipating huge shooting guards. Yeah, I was streaming accidentally. That Roy looks really nice, bro. That Roy looks insane. So does the Artest. But I'm thinking there could be some value in Galaxy Opal Scottie Pippen because he's not going to crash. This is one of those cards that might not crash a ton in All Star because look at the starters of All Star and they are not really great shooting guards. So something to think about. This one is insane too. One, he has a lot of badges. What is that? 30 total badges. I mean, it could be a little bit more, but pretty good. And no badge slots. Look at this one though, dude. Legend Challenger, Legend Interceptor, Lightning Launch, Limitless, Rise Up, and Shifty. I don't know though. Spending 600K on a card, that could be crazy. That could be crazy for sure. And then we have the new, both of these cards look insane. Both of these cards look insane. The penny is, and if you guys were watching the live, my live, the penny is the exact same. The penny is the exact same as the pink diamond, literally the same. But this Brandon Roy is not. This Brandon Roy is significantly better. And this Run Artest, dude, this is like one of the best cards in the game, in my opinion. Dude, look at his offensive stats. Anytime you see a crazy defensive card have insane offensive stats, like if this card had horrible defense, we'd be like, dang, he's good at offense though. This is a bucket. And then look at the defense, dude. 99, bro. Like 99. 99, man. Like we ain't messing around, bro. 90, 98. Like, come on, dude. This is an insane card. Now there's an echo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. What is this? What is this stream I'm doing, dude? Guys, I'm only a 2-month-old channel, all right? Hey, my 2-month birthday for the channel's in 4 days. Thank you, Marov. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's because I was looking at the live stream. We're a mess this morning, dude. We're all this, fully transparent. I know us YouTubers try to put a veil of whatever, but no, that was just a learning lesson, dude. But it's all good. It's good. Yeah, I muted it. I muted it. That's what's up, man. Yeah, the new set, guys. A little underwhelming, in my opinion. This Rudy Fernandez, we were talking about him last night. They did not do him justice. I like the 95 driving dunk, but the defense, dude, bummer. Bummer. And look at the strength, bummer. This Hassan Whiteside, though, is very interesting, dude. What's happening with Guru? I know, bro. Usually I'm so professional. I know. This card is good, man. I guess centers are at a premium. I don't think he's like 100K good, but just look at the Gilmore. I know I did it in the video. This card stinks, man. I like Artist Gilmore cards. This card is really, really bad. And I just can't believe how rare and how expensive he is. Like, I bet 10K on this card. Hassan Whiteside runs circles around that dude. He's actually got some pretty good stats. But yeah, his jump shot, of course. It's one of those things. He's going to have to be wide open and it's going to be super, super slow, but he can still hit it. Did you see Artist Gilmore's 3-point shot? That dude's 3-point shot is like 40 or something. And even then, I mean, I'm kind of grasping here. Like Hassan Whiteside's not great. I don't see a ton of like, dude, think about Anthony Black, Dyson Daniels. Like, there's none of those, There's not even really an Aldama here, a Nas Reed. This OJ Mayo could be good. He's usually really good offensively. And they gave him Menace. This is a pretty good card. Pretty good. But again, I'm kind of grasping here. 95. I like that. This card's better than Rudy. I'd probably take him over Rudy personally. But Crossroads are starting to sell. I think we're going to have a real nice profit window on these guys. Battlegrounds are already selling a bunch of Jerry Lucas's. Let's see. Yeah, see how rare he's getting? Super rare. Mayo 6'5". Oh, he's point guard eligible? That card's point guard eligible? Oh, this is the budget beast of the set. This is definitely the budget beast of the set. This card could be 40K. This could be a 40K card, actually. Yeah, he's going to go down. There's a 50. 50 not selling. Dude, snag him up. If you see people randomly listing him way too low, definitely worth snagging. That's a good card. I did not know he was point guard eligible. That's the best diamond, I think, for sure. Okoro is shooting guard. What's his size? 6'4". I thought he was taller. Baisley, 6'9". I've heard this card is kind of good. 6'9". Yeah, he's always got a really nice jump shot. 90 driving dunk. What's his defense? Serviceable. Interesting. Yeah, Taco, I saw in MJ East. You guys, tap into my boy Taco, dude. He does some really cool content based out of Ireland. He plays Red Dead. He plays all sorts of cool stuff, man. Shout out to my boy Taco for sure, bro. W's in the chat. He hit 100 subs. His goal was 100 subs for the year. I knew you were going to hit that goal. He asked me in January, he's like, my New Year's resolution's 100 subs. I'm at 70. I'm like, bro, you will get that. So I told him, yeah, I think you can hit it. What's the next one, bro? I think for you, maybe like 300. I think like 300. Mayo has MJ upper. Is that bad? Is that bad or good? It could be bad. I don't think people like MJ's upper. That might be bad. Probably is bad. Like these centers, what are they doing? Yeah, Chris Kaman, bro. This was a 40K card in packs. Who's paying 80K for Chris Kaman? Just admit. Just admit. Whoever you are, just admit. Yeah, it's bad. 200 subs next. That's good, man. One sub at a time, bro. Growth isn't always linear in YouTube. I've noticed that myself. Like I've had some sub explosions. You know, we're at 350, which I'm super blessed for. And there's been days where I'm like, dang, I got 10 subs today. That's crazy. Dude, there's days where I get one sub, days I get 0 subs. So it happens. It's not always perfectly linear, Taco. And I've always said it's cliche, but dude, keep focusing on the content, make the content better. Don't hit the go live stream when you're trying to just record, you know, little stuff like that, bro. You'll get there. MJ Upper sounds like an L. I know, and it's sad because you would think MJ Upper would be like dope, but it's not. It's not. Let's see here. What's going on in the dark matter? Anything? Ooh, Kawhi. That's a cheap Kawhi. I think I'd rather have the Artest though. There's my boy, dude. I still think this is a top tier card. His price has got to take a little hit though with the new shooting guards and Ron Artest jump shot being on quick. He's got to take a little hit. What is Brendan Roy's jump shot? I'm sure it's on quick, right? That is significant, guys. If like Tracy, yeah, it is on quick. So is Tracy one of the last dark matters to not be on quick? Because Tim's on quick, Kawhi's on normal, right? And LeBron's on normal. But are all new dark matters going to be on quick now? That is borderline significant. I mean, people, so many people hate on this Tracy card. I think unwarranted because of his normal jump shot. I was green with it myself, but just look at his stats, dude. Like this card does everything, bro. Like this is an offensive card, right? It's kind of the antithesis of Ron Artest, where you'd look. Let's look at his defense first. You would look at his defensive stats, and you'd be like, "This is an elite defensive card. Like this is a really, really good defensive card. Like, oh my goodness, 95 agility, 85 strength. Like this is a really good defensive card." But this is an offensive card. His offensive stats are almost equivalent to Ron Artest's defensive stats. So I still think Tracy's elite, but I'm a defensive player. But I don't know. I do like having those offensive guys. D Rob on normal, yeah, but he's a bit of an older DM, right? Our test jumper's on quick, and it is. I think it's a good one. I think it will probably be smooth. Let's check it out. Bolt's base, which some people were complaining about. Now that I think, and then Rudy Gay upper on quick, so pretty good, right? You streamed a celebration stream. Nice, nice, bro. Also, esports YouTube channel. Yeah, it does, man. It does. Yeah, it all takes time. YouTube's a grind, man. I was saying on the stream last night, any hustle is a grind. That's the whole point, dude. Yeah, and I am a rhythm shooter. I thought it was fairly consistent, but no, I hear you. I hear you. We're getting into the era of just like crazy good jump shots. And if you're going to spend the dough on a really good card, you almost want it to be a crazy good jump shot. But man, this Shaq looks good. We had Rolls in the stream last night debating, dude, this card, I was looking at his stats like, these are no joke, man. His 90 ball handle, that is no joke. 96 speed. What's the agility? 94, 7-1. Has anyone used this jump shot? Is it just absolutely broken? I don't know. Yeah, no, you're right, Marop. That's the thing with that T-Mac. Other than that, he's literally perfect. So he's absolutely perfect. That's interesting. So what do you guys think I should do with this stream? Let me ask your guys' opinion because realistically, I got to refilm the daily video. I do. All right. I got to make my daily video. Should I delete this live stream and just like set it to private? Or should I just leave it? And then if someone does, because some people do rewatch the live streams, you know, like you put on a live stream at a later date. I guess I could just leave it. It's not really a big deal. And I'll just refilm the daily. That probably makes the most sense, right? Wonder how long we've even been live for. Oh, I guess I stopped it and started it. That is too funny. That is, yeah, just leave it. All right, Maraf. Dude, Maraf, I'm kind of hoping you grow into like you're my moderator, right? You're my first moderator. And I do think Taco, yes, I think you will make it to 200 subs. I think, dude, you're starting so young, bro. Like you're starting so young, dude. You can do whatever you set your mind to. But Maraf, I want you to be kind of like a consultant. You too, Justin the Menace. I think you're kind of, I can tell you give like a consultative vibe, So I'm always open for advice, guys. And like Maraf, agent manager, it's kind of, hypothetical pretend, but that's the view. That's what I'm putting you on as Maraf, So I appreciate your opinion, man. And yeah, Justin, I appreciate you chiming in as well. And shout out Taco, bro. 100 subs, that's huge. No, I think you'll definitely hit 200 subs. I would think you'll hit 200 subs in the next 6 months. That would be my estimate, maybe less. All right, bet Marab. I know you're going to school for, yeah, maybe even 1,000 subs by the end of the month. That would be impressive. No, but maybe, dude, maybe. I wouldn't rule it out by any means, dude. Anything is possible. So, all right, boys. Well, I gotta hop off, man. Let's get the daily video done, and then I'll edit that and post that and do all the good stuff. And we'll go live a little later. Maraf, at least I gotta catch you because I know it's Friday night. Who knows what you'll be doing later? So at least I gotta say what up to the boys. We will leave this on the live stream. It can just kind of be a funny, how it is. And yeah, I'll take care of some business and hop back on a little later, guys. But I appreciate you guys, man. You all are the ghosts, dude. Hope everyone has a good W accidental stream, man. Peace out to everybody. I appreciate y'all saying what up. We'll do an official live stream a little later. So much love, guys. Peace. All right, bet Marop. I'll see you a little later.